I wanted to introduce you to something called kinesiology tape if you don't already know about it. It is a very stretchy, thin tape that is made to mimic your own skin. It has the same width and elasticity as your skin, and it is designed to essentially lift the skin over the interstitial space, which is a big fancy word for where your fluid moves. And so by decompressing an area, it allows more blood flow, so oxygen, nutrients in, and more blood flow out, so metabolites and wastes and things that your body doesn't need anymore. So I kind of describe it as a bit of a fast forward for your body's own healing capacity. It has 5 main applications. You can use it generally to decrease or inhibit pain response anywhere in the body. You can use it for certain muscle groups, so you can inhibit or activate certain muscles depending on what you want them to do. You can also use it for joints, swelling, and scar tissue. And I wanted to do a very quick video about scar tissue applications because I had a client come in this week with a significant scar, and specifically it was the feeling of it and the aesthetic of it that she wanted to work on, which you can absolutely do. Scar tissue rehabilitation is a thing. I do it mainly with a lot of hands-on techniques, but this is a fantastic application because it's something that does not take a lot of time to do, and you can leave it on your skin for a full day, so you get a sustained stretch of the tissues, which helps untangle those adhesions in your skin, which causes a scar. Because when we cut ourselves, your tissue doesn't go back into this nice parallel aligned fashion. It kind of looks like a whole bunch of toothpicks that have just gone haphazard on each other. And that causes this kind of puckering or a different look in the skin, and it can cause some discomfort within the scar as well. And so how do we do a scar tissue application? Well, the first thing you have to know is how your scar is or is not moving. And the direction that it is not moving is the direction that you want to stretch the skin and then apply the tape to maintain that stretch on the skin so that those adhesions can untangle and loosen and give you a little bit more mobility and malleability in the skin. Okay, so on my own scar, I'm going to quickly show you how to assess your own scar tissue mobility by using your finger to glide along the skin in a down, up, or side to side direction, and see how easily your finger glides and what the skin does as you're moving over it. So first what we're going to do is engage the tissue, and I want you to push in at about a 45-degree angle, so not straight down and not gliding across the surface, but pushing in and aiming to go down at about 45 degrees, and you just let your skin glide over the tissue. So as you can see, there's not a lot of puckering or dimpling happening here. It's a pretty nice, easy glide inferiorly or down. So let's do the same thing up. So we'll engage the tissues at about 45 degrees. Let your finger glide over the skin, and again, nothing really is happening a lot here. It feels nice and easy. It doesn't hurt. And there's not a lot of puckering or dimpling. So moving posteriorly or backwards, same thing, pretty nice and easy, not a lot of puckering or dimpling, and not a lot of discomfort as well. But watch this one. So here I hit a spot where I stopped gliding. I just literally hit quite a block. And if I waited for quite a while, then I would slowly get through this tissue as it's releasing. But let's say for today's purposes, we don't have time for a direct myofascial glide through there. This is where I stop, get stuck, and it actually hurts a little bit too. So this is where our adhesions are, and we are restricted anteriorly or in a forward plane. So my skin doesn't want to move this way because it's stuck underneath with all of these adhesions from the scar, okay? So you can see there, and there's a lot of puckering happening in front of where my finger is. This is where everything's stuck underneath. So how do we address that with K-tape? So what I've done is I've taken a small little bit of kinesiology tape, I've rounded the ends. So you're gonna rip the K-tape like so, and just kind of pull a little bit. You can get your ends off. Take this one, and we're going to put it just behind where those adhesions are. Okay, so you lay down your tape, no tension on the end. Now what you want to do is pull back this adhesive a little bit until you've got, you know, another good little inch on that side. Okay, you can even fold it to hold it there. So we've got this part anchored, right? We didn't put any tension here. Now what we're going to do is pull the skin in the direction that did not want to go, right? Get stuck here. So we use a nice firm pressure to pull that skin, and then we lay the tape down with about 25% stretch on top of it. Don't put that end all the way down though, okay? Because we want to leave that with no tension on the end. Once you've got your tape on, you want to apply a little bit of rubbing, which increases the heat, which activates your adhesive. And you're done. So today we'll just deal with the scar tissue application for the kinesiology tape, but keep an eye out for other instructional videos on how to apply kinesiology tape for pain, muscle, joint, or swelling.